Tuesday night, Hope Christian got the win over South Choctaw in 2 games, swept the AISA quarterfinals. So Hope Christian will move on to the semifinals. We're going to talk some Hope Christian baseball now. Head coach Roby Brooks joins us. Coach, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Appreciate y'all having us on.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time. And let's talk about Tuesday. Able to go out there, win in 2 games, shut them out game 1, 8-3 win. Game 2, what had stood out to you in those quarterfinal games about your guys?
We had a 2.5 hour rain delay. The first game sounds like we had it under control, but we didn't. It was kind of, tit for tat all the way up until about the 5th or 6th inning, and then we pulled away. The second game, they had a lefty about 83, 85. They always throw their number 1 game 2. So we knew it was going to be tough. And about the 4th inning, the score's 2-2, and the rain just comes, and we acted fast. We got the tarp on. We sat there probably, I think, for about 2.5 hours, going over 97,000 different ways we can handle this game the rest of the way out. They come back and, get a base hit right there to take the lead. So it's 3-2 in the 5th, and our guys just kind of dug deep, got ahead of them. That guy got to his pitch count. He's a young guy, and I think 9th and 10th graders can only throw 100 pitches, and he threw 101. We kind of got him out of there, and we kind of got to the next guy and put some runs on the board to give us a little bit of confidence. Wet night, rough night. Didn't play a clean game, but, for the kids to come back and just, be down and maybe look like it's kind of out and come back and win, a great team is going to do things like that. A good team just going to let that team beat them and roll over to game 3 and see what happens. So I was proud of the guys on that part.
So now you're moving to the semifinals, and what is special about this, Coach, is the fact that this is, for those listening who don't realize it, this is the first year that Hope Christian has had a varsity baseball program. And so you've got this team, you've won a lot of games, you're moving on to the semifinals. Before we get into next week, I want to go back to just the beginning of this, kind of the building of this program, getting the guys out there. Just talk about kind of the starting this program to what you've seen this year to heading into the semifinals. I think we're in week like 30 on having the kids working out, weight room, field type stuff. The kids didn't know me. I didn't know them. First month or so is kind of us getting to know them and them getting to know us. And the good thing about our kids is like, I'm going to say out of those 30 weeks, I'm going to probably say we've only had about 10 or 11 off days. And you would think that sounds like really bad, but like our kids, if we give them off day now, they don't want it. And it's not like we're out there like, working extremely hard. It's just one big family, like the guys just kind of want to be together. And that's kind of how we started it off. And we call these guys the 14. And it's the first 14 in school history, the first 14 to win area, the first 14 to go to state. These 14 guys, man, and, just about every game, everybody kind of contributes. We're a small team. We don't have a lot of numbers. But, everybody helps out any way possible. And we just try to piece it together. We didn't know where anybody played. We kind of worked people out at different positions. It kind of all fell in place for us, and then we started kind of getting after it a little bit, and it's just been a unbelievable experience for me. I've been a travel baseball guy my whole life. I'm the owner of Top Gun Baseball, and I've been doing that for the last 12 years. And they approached me about doing, and I never thought I would do high school baseball. My brother was the head baseball coach at Welborn and Oxford High School, and he won 2 state championships. And, I just kind of leaned on him as much as possible, and he kind of gave me the blueprint of the state championships he won, and we just kind of – I'm real good at copycatting people, and I'm lucky to have the best coach around to be my brother, so I lean on him as much as possible. And I got to give credit where credit's due. My assistant coaches, Brandon Slick, Sean Strickland, Nick Burns, and Josh Pledger, like, you know, everybody's got their own role. Everybody's got their own thing they do every day. And we just kind of get after it a little bit. And it's fun. The kids, you know, we practice hard, but we have a fun time. We get on them, but we love them. You know, Brandon Slick, one of our assistant coaches, anytime we have like a big win, all the kids stay at his house that night. It don't matter if it's a Monday or a Saturday. It's just kind of a running joke kind of thing. But I think every single kid stayed at his house after the win the other night, and they all dyed their hair blonde. They're just having a good time. It's been a real good experience for everybody involved.
We're talking with Robbie Brooks. He is the head baseball coach of the Hope Christian Saints. Tell us a little about the guys, some of these guys who've stepped up for you this year and have helped get this Hope Christian program to where it's at right now.
I'd have to start out with Eli Bozeman. He's our senior. Sean Perez is a senior. Zion Davis is a senior. We're a really young team. Eli, I'm probably going to be off on these numbers just a little bit. He's striking out about 2 guys per inning the whole entire year. He's touched 92 for us. He probably sits around 88 to 90. A slider, changeup kind of guy. Just kind of gives us a bunch of good innings. Competes like crazy. His brother, Kanan Bozeman, is our catcher. I think he's caught every single inning for us all year. He's just a bulldog. Like if I pulled him off a doubleheader, he would probably get mad at me. We try to keep him as healthy as possible, but he's our leadoff guy. I think he's got 50 stolen bases on the year. He can run the bags. He's really, really smart IQ. And going from there, our shortstop, Caden Slick, young guy, ninth grader, just kind of stepped up for us defensively, and he hits in our 2-hole. Our 3-hole hitter is Eli. He can swing it too. Our 4-hole hitter is Isaiah Emerson. Come up with a big 3-run homer the other night in that game too against South Choctaw to kind of put us over the top. He's a 10th grader, young guy. On the 5 holes, Easton Strickland. Guy plays second base for us. He's a switch hitter. He's an 8th grader. You're going to hear me say 7th and 8th grader and 9th grader a lot throughout this conversation. And just very good defensively, you know, and kind of can swing it, kind of bunt a little bit, and kind of can run a little bit. We run the bases really well. I think we got 220 stolen bases in 30 games, so we average about 7 stolen bases a game. That's kind of what when we first had our very first practice, I told the guys we're going to lead the world in stolen bases, and they're probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but we work on that every single day. Sean Perez, other senior, center fielder, left fielder. Just a little spark plug. Kind of started out the season kind of slow. Kind of first full season of really varsity baseball, and he's kind of figured it out for us and hit a really big inside the park home run against South Choctaw. Their center fielder took an aggressive route to a base hit in the gap, and it kind of got by that guy, and then little C kind of turned the Jets on and scored and kind of got the crowd pumped up. It was a really good feeling for him because the kid's this unbelievable kid. He's a great student. He's in the fire program. He wants to be a firefighter when he grows up, you know, and he's already grown up anyway. And he's going to be, you know, he's going to be a huge part of this community the rest of his life. Do really big things. Trevor Riles is our number 2. Kind of pitches backwards a little bit, you know, throws the curveball early, change up early, and punch people out with a fastball. He's just been consistent for us all year. Doesn't walk hardly anybody. Not going to blow it by you, but it's a super-duper smart pitcher. Works in and out, up and down. And we've had some big moments. We had an 8th grader, Lawson Burns, come up big for us in our we played Macon East, who were probably the favorites to win 2A right there at the end of the season, and it's tied 4-4, and he comes up with a big double. Just little sparks like that all year have kind of. And Zion Davis, our other senior, he's a basketball player, comes to practice every day, grinds like crazy. Doesn't get a lot of playing time, but man, he's just a super duper teammate. Brings the good out of everybody.
He's out there every day grinding. So it's just been, them and the coaching staff and the family. Like I told, we had a playoff dinner the other night, and I told all the parents, I said, look, I know, if we're lucky enough to get by this round, which was a couple nights ago, and we make it to the semifinals and the finals, win, lose, or draw, I don't want the season to end. I want it to keep going and going and going. It's just been such a fun time for the boys and me, for sure.
Well, semifinals up next. Who's the opponent for you guys? And talk about just kind of now preparing for the semifinals down at Patterson Field.
Patrician played Abbeville the same night that we played, and they split. And then we were going to go down and watch them guys yesterday. We was told it was a 5 o'clock start. They started at 1 o'clock. Patrician's about 4 hours away from us, and Patrician won that game 4-3. Don't know a ton about them. Do have 9 game films that I started watching last night. My assistant coaches are kind of doing the same. We all divided up and got certain things we're kind of looking at. Throw it okay, swing it really well, do run the bags. The thing about AISA is there's a lot of travel involved. So, our closest game is probably an hour and a half. So it's a little different. Alabama High School Athletic Association, you can ride an hour and 20 minutes, 45 minutes, and get a lot of scouting done. And we got to scrap and claw and call people and beg and, return favors on getting scout reports on things. But kind of what we do is we kind of play to our strengths. We do have a scout report on every team that we play, but, if we can play to our strengths and kind of do what we like to do, we feel confident. And Patrician, it's just like anybody else. If you made it this far and you're the Final Four teams in the state, you're a really good baseball team. They're going to come down there looking to beat us, and we're looking to beat them. And, we just want to play a good, clean game. And I tell our boys all the time, our biggest opponent is us. We do have to play an opponent, but, if we can, it's hard to practice with us. We make things tough, and if we can control ourselves, we're going to be okay. And if we have a good, clean game and we get beat, we're okay with it. I'm like any other coach. I don't want to beat ourselves. And times that we lose, most of the time we beat ourselves. And we have gotten beat this year by teams that are better than us and play better than us and outcoached us. But we're just trying to get 1% better each day and control what we can control. But it's going to be a heck of a semifinal matchup next Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning at Montgomery on Patterson Field. So we're excited.
We're excited too to cheer you guys on Monday in the semifinals. Coach, best of luck there. Appreciate your time this morning. We'll catch you up with you again soon. But thanks for coming on and talking some Hope Christian baseball with me this morning.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all having us. Y'all have a good day.
Thanks. You as well.